Instant match reaction, bit of a change of scenery. Thought I'd switch it up because Everton have won a game of football. Get in! Everton won, Manchester United 0 at Goodison Park. Boy, did we need those 3 points today. An absolutely outstanding performance, an absolutely outstanding result by everybody in blue. We needed a reaction after Burnley. You know, we all sat here over the last couple of days and said the Burnley result was one that I think a lot of Evertonians feared might be the result we look back on at the end of the season and think that was where it all went wrong. Not that it all went wrong at Burnley, but you know what I'm saying. And we knew today we needed to come back with a win. It was as simple as that. A point today wouldn't have been good enough given the results on Wednesday. And we all knew how important getting all 3 points was this afternoon. And what a win and what a way to do it. I think every single player fought their heart out. It wasn't the prettiest game of football, but we nullified Manchester United to the bare minimum. They had very little opportunities. They had very little shots at goal. We gave them a little bit too much space in the first half, but I think we cut out those mistakes really, really well in the second half. And something that I've been very, very hypercritical of this Everton team for in recent weeks is not being able to manage games. You've heard me say it week in, week out, game management, manage the game, and you're winning. Deal with the situations and don't let an opposition team come back into it. And I felt like when we got that goal, all of a sudden, the mistakes started to, clear up and we weren't giving them as much space. We weren't allowing them as much time on the ball. I thought Vitaly Mykolenko was absolutely fucking outstanding today. Absolutely outstanding. The kid got a lot of stick on Wednesday for his performance and has got a lot of stick recently about whether or not he's good enough, whether or not he's ready. But today, he was absolutely outstanding. He managed to keep a Manchester United front line with supposed world-class players completely at bay and not give them a sniff. I thought Michael Keane was exceptional. You know, Michael Keane completely marked Cristiano Ronaldo out of the game. I never thought you'd hear those words come out of my mouth ever. Michael Keane marked Cristiano Ronaldo out of the game of football. Ben Godfrey was exceptional. Fabian Delph in there for the first time, obviously, since returning from injury. I know he went off with another injury, which is just typical, but I thought he was fantastic. Alex Iwobi was absolutely unbelievable. And you know what? With Alex Iwobi, he's made a couple of mistakes in recent weeks and a couple which have led to goal and a couple of mistakes that I think a lot of people have got on his back for. But I think what we've seen over the last 3 or 4 weeks with Alex Iwobi is a bit of consistency in terms of working hard, battling, showing that desire, showing that commitment, showing that work rate. He's done that now for a number of weeks where he hasn't stopped running, he hasn't stopped working hard, he hasn't stopped battling. And yes, he might have made the mistake on Wednesday, but he also effectively won us a penalty. His ball into Mykolenko was what won us the penalty to go 2-1 up. So, as I said, I thought he was absolutely fantastic today. Anthony Gordon, Richarlison, maybe not so much Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'm not really sure what's going on with Dom at the moment, whether it's injuries, whether it's just other things on his mind. I'm not really too sure, to be perfectly honest with you. But in all honesty, at this point, I don't really care because we need the 3 points today and we come out and we got all 3 points and that win is absolutely massive and we have to make it count now. It's as simple as that. We have to make it count. We cannot be sitting here, in a couple of weeks' time after Leicester saying, well, the United wins out the window because we've lost again today. You look at the table and you think what 3 points could have done on Wednesday as well, with it being, 9-10 points clear of the relegation zone or whatever. But Wednesday's done now. And, I sat here yesterday myself and said Wednesday has to be a catalyst. It has to be a catalyst for change. And I said it would be a catalyst. It will either be the game that we look back on at the end of the season and say, we lost the our Premier League status there, or it'll be the game where we look back on and went, that is what woke everybody up. And today I thought we were absolutely fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I really don't know how Manchester United are challenging for the top 4. They're not a particularly good football team themselves, but that is all irrelevant because it was all on Everton today and Everton turned up. We battled. The goal is a really, really well-worked goal again. We win the ball, we lose it, and the efforts there, it reminded me a little bit of the Newcastle goal in the sense that we lost the ball, but there was battle, there was fight, there was desire, and I think Seamus Coleman and Anthony Gordon ended up winning it back. Gets over to Richarlison. I first thought he was offside. Turns out he wasn't. He puts it back into Anthony Gordon. He takes a shot. It takes a heavy deflection, but who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? It rustles the back of the net, and it was enough to win us the game today. And as I said, a massive, massive 3 points, and a 3 points that simply has got to count now. We'll be sitting here now, it's just gone 3 o'clock, hoping that Burnley can get a result. Hoping that Burnley can't get a result against Norwich. And obviously, hoping Watford drop points as well. But we needed to do our job. today. We absolutely needed to do our job. We were in a position where we could have been sat in the relegation zone come 5 o'clock, and we needed to make sure that that wasn't the case. As I said, a little bit of a difference in scenario for the reaction. Usually I'd do a live stream, but the sun is beaming and it would be in my face. And I thought, no, do you know what? I'm not going to sit there covering my eyes for half an hour while the sun's in my face. I'll just change the scenery and we'll sit here instead. But no, today I just thought it was exceptional. I think every single player worked hard, every single player battled, and it wasn't by any stretch of the imagination a perfect performance, certainly not in that first half. We give them a lot of space, we give them a lot of time, but it was enough. And ultimately, as I said, we cut out those mistakes, and something that I've been bemoaning for weeks now in game management, we dealt with. We managed the game really, really well. Thought John Moss was shocking again. Absolutely disgraceful how that fella's a Premier League referee is beyond me. But, you know, it didn't matter. Jordan Pickford made an absolutely wonderful save in the final couple of minutes, to which Cristiano Ronaldo screamed handball. I don't think he understands that goalkeepers can actually use their arms to save balls. He mustn't understand football, which is a bit mad considering he's been playing it for so long. But no, it was he was fantastic today, Jordan Pickford. He wasn't called into action an awful lot, but when he was, again, he's made a game-winning save there, which was the difference between us, you know, coming away with a point and coming away with all 3 points. And you know, I thought the game was managed well by the manager. I agreed with his team. I agreed with Delph and Alan in there together. The Corey coming on towards the end of the game to just manage it a little bit. Obviously, I agreed with Dominic Calvert-Lewin coming off for Damari Gray. And yeah, we've won a vitally important game of football, a game of football that we so desperately needed to win. You know, as I said, it's a mad sort of feeling because I'm buzzing, I'm happy, I'm excited, you know, I'm all of those emotions. I'm Everton, as I've mentioned before, in the emotional standpoint of things, but I'm also looking at it now thinking, we can't let this be like Newcastle, we can't let this be like Leeds, we can't let this be like some other big wins we've had this season where we've won the game we've needed to win, and then we've come into the next game and, you know, we've lost heavily, or all of that confidence and momentum gained from the previous win has all of a sudden just disappeared. We need to take this on now, and we need to go and, you know, we play Leicester next. We need to go and get 3 points there. And as I said, home games are now, you know, the fixtures that we're looking at to pick us up the points that ultimately are going to keep us in the Premier League. And today was exceptional. I think Leicester's very winnable. I think Brentford's very winnable. I think Chelsea on our day is winnable. And if we can keep picking up 3 points at home, then, you know, hopefully we should be okay. But no, we were fantastic today. We were absolutely fantastic. As I said, I thought Vitaly Mikalenko was unbelievable. I thought Seamus Coleman was fantastic. Both centre-halves were brilliant. The midfield, Anthony Gordon, Alex Iwobi, again, non-stop effort, non-stop working hard. And we found out today in the opening 5 minutes, I think, that if you put United under pressure, if you get at them, if you battle with them, if you get to the ball first, some of their players aren't very good footballers. Some of them aren't. And we saw that today, and I think that was what spurred the likes of Alex Iwobi on to keep pressing. And, you know, ultimately, we got what we deserved. I've seen a couple of people at half-time saying, oh, Everton have scraped their head against the run of play. Against the run of play, my arse. United had nothing in the first half. Okay, we were letting them in behind and we were giving a little bit too much space, but we had equal amount of, you know, chances and opportunities as to what they had. It was a very even half of football. But that's what the media will tell you, won't it? It will tell you that it was a shock and United were the best team and we just happened to scrape a goal, when in reality we were fantastic and they didn't seem up for the battle, didn't seem up for the fight. We defended well. I think the two centre-halves defended really well, and it has to be said because we give them stick when they deserve it, so we've got to give them credit when they deserve it. And yeah, what a win, what a 3 points. Yeah, there you go. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Player ratings will be up shortly, so don't forget to look out for them. I'm going to go and, well, do the player ratings and then going to go and hope that I can win some money on the horses and then have a boss night because the Toffees have won. That's all that matters. Get in. Let's hope we can get 2 consecutive games now of winning and, you know, get ourselves out of this shit situation. But we needed that today and we got it. So get in, up the Toffees, leave a like if you've enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you later.